Thank you for joining us for Free Thoughts from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab. This is episode 12. This week's quote of the week comes from author Jodi Picoult. And she said, "There are two ways to be happy. Improve your reality or lower your expectations." And I think this quote is really powerful, and it addresses so many different aspects of our lives. The relationships that we're in, whether we're talking about family or friends or our spouse or our children, it can apply to our jobs, it can apply to our hobbies, it can apply to everything. What's important to take away from this is that we are in control. I tell my children all the time, you cannot control the things that happen around you, but what you can control is how you respond. And her quote here, where she says, improve your reality or lower your expectations, is how you respond to those things. We are in control of how we respond to all of the things that happen around us. So take control. Let's talk about health. Many of you know that last week I headed out of town on a golf trip. I left on Wednesday at around noon, came back Sunday at around dinner time. Now, if you do the math, that's roughly 100 hours of time. In that time, we drove to and from the Outer Banks. We played 8 rounds of golf, we ate, I think, and we slept. That's about all we had time to do. We didn't do much else. But the one thing that I made sure we did was to make sure that I did my exercises every morning and every night. Because if you recall, about 8 weeks ago, I was on here telling you about how I felt your pain because I was dealing with lower back pain. So in preparation for this trip, I did what we tell you to do. I got adjusted regularly. I did my cat camels. I did bird dogs and glute bridges and hip 90-90s to make sure that I would make it through this trip without having pain. That was my only expectation. That was my only goal. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to hit the ball well, and I wanted to make sure that I got out of it without having any pain. Because I did the work, I was able to get through this trip without having any pain. Now, I didn't hit the ball that well, but that's okay. I survived. My back feels great, and now I'll be able to get back on the course without having any concerns going forward. But I'll tell you right now, I'll make sure that I'm doing those exercises so that I stay feeling this good. Now it's time to spread the word. So last week, Harvard University made a pretty awesome announcement. I don't know if you saw this, but they announced that any student who comes from a household who makes less than $200,000 per year can attend for free. That's right, no tuition costs at all to attend Harvard University, one of the leading colleges in the world, for free. Roughly 86% of the households in America would fall below that threshold. What an amazing opportunity this school is providing for the best and the brightest in our country.